So hopefully you've seen Robo 500, this challenge right here, where we have to go around these blocks. And so let's look at the code for that. By now you should know that if you put both motors going the same speed, this shows right motor going 100, left motor going 100. If they're going the same speed, then it's going to go straight. This line tells it how long. So these three lines together are going to say go straight at full power for almost 2 seconds. To turn, on the other hand, we need to slow down one of the motors. And the robot will turn in the direction of the slower motor. In this case, we have set the right motor to 0, so it will turn right. And don't forget, the green stuff are comments. If you want a comment, I notice it's black. I'm going to // and that's a comment. The comments are meant to explain the program. They don't actually run the program. But if we compile and download that program, the robot should go straight and then turn. So let's run. And again, if you've done this program, then you know we need to do this again and again and again and again, so we can easily copy and paste. So we're going to grab all this, Control-C, enter down a couple lines, Control-V. Now we're going to go to the second term. And we keep copying and pasting and copying and pasting and copying and pasting and copying and pasting and copying and pasting. And we keep doing the same thing. Go straight, turn right, go straight, turn right, go straight, turn right. We do this again and again and again. And we are going to make 2 laps around this challenge. But there's a better and quicker way. And a way that involves something that's really important for programming. When you repeat the same behavior again and again in exactly the same way, you can create what's called a function. And then rather than typing in all these lines, I can just enter the function that stands for those lines, and it's going to be a lot shorter and better. And we'll explain how right now. So let's take going straight, which we have to do again and again and again. I'm going to say Control-C and copy that code. I'm going to go to this other program I have, Robo 500, with functions. Here's how you do a function. You may recall that in all of our programs, they begin with task main. And then all of the code has to go in between these 2 brackets. You can't put anything beyond the last bracket. You can't put anything in front of the first bracket, at least not yet. So in this case, when we create a function, instead of saying task main, which is the main program, we're going to create a function by calling it void. Void straight. This is going to be our straight function. And then open close parentheses. And the function needs to go in between the curly brackets, just like the main program. So Control-V, there is our straight function. And then turn right. Let's go back to our previous program. These 3 lines were the turning right code. So Control-C, and go back to our functions. And inside the brackets, Control-V. And now we have our 2 functions. So now you do what's called calling the functions. And so down in our task, we don't have to write all this. If we want to go straight, now all we have to do is remember the name of the function, which was just straight. And I'm going to say straight, open close parentheses, semicolon. That's going to make our robot go straight and do the first part. And then we want to turn right. So, turn right. That's the name of the function here. And then, open close parentheses, and semicolon. And that's going to get us to the first line. Here's our program using functions to go to the first line and make a right turn. Looks almost like like it was before. But this time, instead of all those lines, we just had to put this. And now if we want to make a bunch of these turns, Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, and now we did the same thing that if we look back at our other program, took all this space. We wrote the whole program like that. Compile, download. Let's run it. Forward, turn. Forward, turn. Forward, turn. And so on. There you go.